For whatever reason, door-to-door sales content has been flooding my feed the last few weeks, and it's reignited a fire in me that apparently warrants a video. So let's talk about it. Door-to-door sales is one of those jobs that can be tricky to talk about because I'm usually very against generalizing statements. Except that one. But there is definitely a portion of the door-to-door sales community that are just gross, scummy people. And I put that portion really low on the totem pole of respect. They're down there with paparazzi, who I don't think I could have less respect for. Perhaps we'll do a video on them someday. And look, I know that not everyone that's ever knocked a door is a bad person. Hell, I've knocked doors in more than one of the unbelievable amount of jobs that I've had. I hated every second of it, and ultimately didn't do it very long because I have such an intense problem with wasting someone's time who didn't sign up to have their time wasted. Thank you to everybody watching. And I also know how much I hate it when someone knocks on my door unexpectedly. I also didn't do well because I'm not willing or even really interested in trying to get someone to buy something they're not sure they want. If you're unsure, and I have the information to help you get to a place where you are sure, I'm more than happy to help you. But I'm far too familiar with being broke to be willing to convince somebody to spend money that they might regret on something that they're not even sure they want, strictly for my own gain, which is probably a big reason why I think this type of stuff is so gross. I actually got tricked into taking a door-to-door sales job when I was about 20 years old. I'm not going to tell the whole story in this video. Maybe it's worth a Patreon video, so if you're on my Patreon, be on the lookout for that. I might do that soon. I say all of this to say I'm not completely talking out of my ass here. I have some experience in the field, and I have some experience with these people, and I know what kinds of things are being taught, and I know what kinds of people are doing the teaching.
Hey, what's going on? How you doing?
I'm good. We're not interested in anything if you're...
I'm not here selling nothing. So.
I'm not selling anything. Oh yeah, then what the fuck are you doing here? You want to chat and got nobody to text? Of course you're selling something, you liar. Otherwise you wouldn't be here. It's possible you're not trying to sell something directly to me, but you're not out here knocking doors for fun. And what I mean by not selling anything to me is that sometimes they're trying to sell stuff to your insurance company through you, but they're absolutely selling something. You'll also notice on a lot of these videos, there's always one hero that drops the "they're just doing their job" comment. The problem with this defense is they're not just doing their job. It's a made-up job in which you're often encouraged to lead with dishonesty and deception to get money from people. So by that logic, bank robbers are just doing their job too. If I go to a car dealership and get upset because a salesman approaches me and tries to sell me a car, then yeah, I'm being an asshole because that guy's just doing his job. I agreed to be sold to by walking onto the car lot, even if I don't want to be sold to. Even if I already know what I want, even if I'm just looking, there's an understanding that the salesmen have a job to do, and they're going to start doing it when someone walks onto the lot. So to get upset with them, yeah, I'd be an asshole. Door-to-door sales, that's a made-up aspect of the sales job. Your job is sales. You added the door-to-door part. You're the one that took it upon yourself to go onto other people's property and interrupt whatever they have going on a Saturday afternoon, you fucking asshole. Imagine working all week, finally making it to the weekend, spending all Saturday morning doing your cleaning and your yard work and whatever other chores and errands you had to do, finally getting to a point where you can sit down and relax for the couple of hours that you get every week to sit down and relax, and some stranger knocks on your door and tries to sell you something you don't want, and then refuses to leave until you escalate it to such a point that they have no choice, which is then going to ruin the rest of your day because now you're angry, and then having people call you the asshole and defend the salesman for just doing his job. You're imposing yourselves on the people who are in the one place you're supposed to be able to go in this world to be exempt from the annoyances of the outside world, refusing to leave and then giving them attitude because they don't want to hear your stupid little jokes you've worked into your pitch.
I take care of Mr. Listening. Yeah. Do you know him? No, so. He's got all the signs on his door. No, so listening. Okay. No, okay.
Absolutely 100% go fuck yourself.
I don't want no solar.
What's that?
I don't want solar.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, nobody does until they actually know what's going on.
I know what's going on. Thanks, man.
I
really appreciate it. I don't want none of your information.
Of course, man.
Of course, man. Of course. Of course, man. Yeah, totally. Of course. Yeah. Shut the fuck up and get out of my yard, dude.
I want solar right at the
okay.
moment. I know when I want to get it and when I'm going to get it.
I was going to say, you got like a window solar thing there.
Yeah.
This guy posted this himself, as though standing in someone's yard, not listening to what they're saying, and then just saying, of course, every time they stop talking, is some sort of flex sales technique. You look like an absolute moron, dude. No one with any sense thinks this is cool or is proud of you on this one. Even if you got the sale in the end. At what cost, man? At what cost? Should we ring it? What, you mean even though there's a sign here specifically asking us not to? Of course fucking ring it, idiot. What do you think? Hey, get your fucking foot off my wall. What's wrong with you? Although I guess it's silly of me to be surprised that all these guys lack any sense of respect for anyone else's property.
This now, what's the point of having that if you don't want anybody to ring it?
Really? Go fuck yourself, leave.
So we have here a guy who seems to believe that the reason every house comes with a doorbell is so that he can come up and interrupt their lives to listen to him be stupid. How do you become this dude? How do you make it into adulthood and not have any more sense than this? I don't understand how there's so many adult people that lack the most basic level of common sense and decency and respect and consideration. Like, I don't know how you're getting through your entire life and never getting checked, never having an experience that teaches you any of these very, very, very basic things. Like, in his head, he thinks he's made a good point, and he'll tell this story to his buddies as though he made some woman look stupid on her porch. Why do you have it if you don't want people ringing it? What is wrong with you?
So you're the queen of the castle?
You know how sometimes you just immediately know you don't like somebody?
Why are you trying to be an asshole?
No, I'm checking to see if you own the home.
That's this guy for me. From the first clip of his I saw, I just absolutely hated his energy.
Good, that's what I was asking. I was trying to compliment you.
It's that insecure energy that they try to push through with this fake confidence that just manifests itself in being shitty to people.
Right? Queen? Castle? Queen?
What's your point?
Gotcha.
Imagine standing on someone else's porch talking to them in this tone.
I was just curious. I need some help. What year is it?
Are you stupid?
You're not charming. You're not funny. You're not clever. You're annoying. Get the fuck off my lawn.
Go fuck yourself, leave.
And look, let's be reasonable here, okay? It's not always this bad. They're not always this bad, and there's obviously something to this industry, otherwise no one would be doing it anymore. I've had people knock on my door before and try to sell me something who have been very respectful and considerate of my time, and if I say I'm not interested, they leave. If the overwhelming majority of door-to-door salesmen would have you say you're not interested and just say okay and go on about their business, I'd have far less problems with all of this. It's the guys that just refuse to hear you when you tell them you don't want to participate in whatever the hell it is they're doing. They give the whole industry a bad name. This is one of the worst examples I've ever seen of someone just refusing to leave.
Can I help you?
Yeah, how's it going?
The delayed response is so annoying. I'm sorry, are you very, very busy standing on my front porch waiting on me to answer my doorbell? Do you need me to come back later?
I'm all right. Can I help you?
Yeah, my name's John. Nice to meet ya. Do you guys know Eric just down the street over here to the left?
No.
Okay, hey, no problem. We're taking care of him, and then on this street right here, 129th.
Taking care of them how? I don't even know what you're doing here. Why do you think starting off by listing your other customers to me is going to make any difference to me?
Do you guys know Eric just down the street over here to the left?
No.
Also, the person who posted this said in the comments there is no Eric down the street, so the dude's just straight up lying. Shocker.
Today, because we're already here in the neighborhood, we're doing a huge discount for everybody.
What do you mean already in the neighborhood? You chose the neighborhood. You drove out here today. It's not some giant coincidence you're here. You drove out here on purpose to knock doors. What are you, camped out in a tent down the street for the week and you're trying to make the most of it? How stupid do you think everybody is, man?
Let me stop you there, bud. I'm not really interested, but thank you, though.
Yeah, do you guys have a company already coming out
No,
for you?
I do
Or
it.
you typically do it
I do
yourself?
it myself.
God, there's something just so bothersome to me about how comfortable these guys are on other people's property. Just leaning on the rails and putting their feet on the walls, just so comfortable in my space. This is my space. Have a little bit of reverence for my space, dude. Shout out to Tom.
No, I buy some stuff from the Home Depot. Thanks, though.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And that stuff works really well.
Ah, yes, this guy must be using the for sure tactic. It's a timeless classic in the door-to-door sales world. Basically, no matter what the person says, when they get close to being done talking, you just go, for sure. And you continue to do that until you finally wear them down enough that they blow their brains out in front of you.
And we're doing that huge discount today.
I'm not
So it's a
interested, bud.
great deal.
Sir, I'm not interested. Thank you.
For sure. So I'll be really quick.
Yep, that's definitely the tactic he's chosen here.
I'm not
sure you've
interested,
seen, like,
bud.
spider webs.
Listen. how many times I have to say this? I'm not interested. Thank you. You can just leave now. Thank you.
Yeah, I just be really quick for you, tell you what we're doing
Dude,
for all the
can you not
neighbors.
get it?
Because a lot of
Dude,
people.
can you not get it? Leave. I'm not interested. Thank you. How many times do I have to say this to you?
All right, have a good day.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You may be asking yourself, what makes this type of dude so common in this industry? And that's a good question. Good job. The answer is, of course, the gurus. There's always gurus. The gurus who are teaching young men how to be successful by pretending to teach them the things they did to become successful themselves, but in reality are only furthering their own success on the backs of these young, impressionable, and quite frankly, dumb men. This, of course, does not excuse the dumb young men from their dickhead behavior, but it at least explains it a little bit. We've basically gotten to a point in our society where if you grease yourself up enough, speak with a little bit of confidence, and talk about how hard you grind while you have one of the 3 alpha male music background tracks playing, you're going to recruit some 20-year-old dudes to your audience who are willing to give you all of their money to show them the way.
I would literally just draw 20 circles, and I always just say, I get to go home when I get 20 no's.
You know, maybe that's the tactic the last guy was using actually at the other house, and he was ready to go home, so he just figured he'd get all 20 no's at the same house.
For sure.
The gurus probably deserve their own video at this point, to be honest, because they're particularly gross. They know what they're doing and are choosing to do it. The younger dudes in these clips are at least oblivious to some degree. They're still assholes, but they just don't realize it yet.
Places that got on the no solicitation. Can't you read the sign? Not really.
Yeah, because nothing makes me want to buy something from somebody more than thinking they're a fucking moron.
I went to college, but I don't even know what solicitation means.
Oh, Grant, you poor fool. Are you under the impression people aren't learning how to read till college?
It must be easy to sell if they got a sign that says don't sell us. That's the way I think, dude.
They must be easy to sell if they bought something before. They must be easy to sell if they don't want me here so bad they went to the trouble to buy a sign and hang it up to tell me I'm not welcome here. I better go talk to them.
That's the way I think, dude.
Fucking asshole.
How to knock after dark.
How to knock after dark. Absolutely fucking don't. Those are the only words that should be coming out of his mouth after what he just said.
What I always do is I'll knock on a door with lights on it and I'll say, hey, sorry to bug you. My shift ends here in the next couple minutes. I noticed you're
Looking at his watch for so long, dude. Yeah, so my shift is going to end here in a couple of minutes and I was in the area and given a big discount because we just happen to be here today and for sure.
I'm doing 14 of the homes here tomorrow. I don't know if you know Courtney or Lynn.
I'm doing 14 of the homes. I don't give a shit. I'm eating dinner. Also, you're lying.
I noticed your lights are on. I have an appointment a couple doors down at Sandra's house.
God, dude, the entitlement of it, the justification of it all, as though by having your lights on at night, you've somehow agreed to have somebody come knock on your door and try to sell you something. Knock on my fucking door at night and have it not be an emergency and see if I don't act a fool. We'll be wrestling in the goddamn dark in my front yard, dude.
Hi, how's it going? I'm with the XYZ Solar Company and we're in your neighborhood with... Done.
Ugh. Jeremy Minor, dude. This is one of those guys I could probably fill up a whole video talking about. The clips I've seen of his so far are some of the worst advice I've ever heard.
But when you're knocking on the door, you're more to the side, kind of looking at the roof. They come to the door. Yeah, how can I help you? Yeah, are you guys the homeowners here?
Dude, you want to piss me off immediately? Have me come to my door and have you standing in my yard confused with nothing to say. The only thing I'm going to be wondering is how much jail time I'm going to get for stabbing you.
Hi, my name is, I'm with XYZ Company, and the reason why I called was...
This is another clip of his I found. It doesn't have anything to do with door-to-door sales, but it's so stupid I had to put it in.
So when you first call, it's going to be something like this. Hey, is John there? Let's say you're talking to the business owner. Hey, is this John? Oh, yeah, hey, John, it's just Jeremy Minor. I was wondering if you could possibly...
Imagine teaching people how to sell, and this is what you're teaching them.
Help me out for a moment?
To just call someone and act like you've got dementia.
When I slow it down and I sound like I'm confused, what does a person do? They come to your rescue. It's like if you're an old man and your GPS doesn't work and you walk into the gas station and say, hey, can somebody help me get directions? Everybody comes to the rescue. It's the confused old man, okay?
Like I said, absolute dog shit coming out of this guy's mouth on a regular basis. Anyway, back to the actual video.
A lot of door-to-door is mental and strategic. A lot of people don't understand that. It's not like I'm just knocking every single door. I'm a hunter. I'm out there. I'm literally constantly looking at stuff. I'm looking at roads. When I get to the neighborhood, I'm looking at the area next to me. I'm looking for cars.
Wow, you're a genius. How did you ever get this brilliant? Please teach me your ways, Hunter Taylor.
The first door, I don't get a sale, but I understand that the guy's name is John. He drives a red pickup truck, and he's lived in the neighborhood for 17 years, and he's a part of the board. I'm going to use all that information that I use throughout the day when I actually go to refer back and use references.
Okay, I think I got it. So basically, you're collecting information about people that you can use to lie to their neighbors with in an attempt to get them to buy something before they've had a chance to talk to the neighbor and realize you were full of shit. Did I miss anything?
For sure.
Have you noticed that there's a trend here with all the advice that the gurus are giving out? That the best way to sell something is to act like a fucking moron, to lead with dishonesty? Really? You think that's the way to go? I can tell you personally that the second I think a salesman is being dishonest with me, I'm out. Transaction's over. Why would I let you sell me something based solely on your word when you're showing me your word is meaningless?
That's the way I think, dude.
I could go on all day. There's no shortage of content about these guys, but we're going to wrap this one up here. Let me know if you like this one. If you want to see more about this type of stuff, maybe you want me to talk about the gurus. Maybe you want me to talk about somebody specifically. Let me know in the comments how you're feeling. I appreciate you watching. Like the video if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to see more of what I'm doing. Big shout out to my Patreon members. I appreciate you guys immensely. Hope you're having a good time in there. October exclusive just dropped. We're going to start working on the November one soon. Again, thank you guys. Thank you everybody for watching. I appreciate it. And I hope you have a good one. For sure.